right now at 6.
Landmark lawsuit. Why the families of the Tops mass shooting victims are now going after several big corporations.
The manhunt for a wanted fugitive intensifies. Reaction from the Warren County Prison Board 6 days after Michael Burham's breakout.
Plus, fatal fire, where the investigation stands after a Buffalo woman loses her life.
And taking action. The latest developments by local residents after learning the city of Buffalo failed to put fluoride in its water.
Local news, local weather, and local sports. On your side. Channel 2 News at 6 starts now.
Tonight, we are learning some new details about the manhunt for Michael Burham. 6 days now after authorities say he escaped from a prison down in Warren County, Pennsylvania.
That includes what really transpired the night of his breakout. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And hello again, I'm Scott Levin. We have team coverage for you tonight at 6 as the manhunt intensifies for Michael Burham. Our Ron Plants is taking some tough questions straight to the prison board.
But we begin with Channel 2's Andy Payton, who has an update on the investigation. Andy.
Scott and Mary Alice, that's right. We were just briefed by authorities here in Warren County. Here is the latest that we know right now in this investigation. First, police tell us that they are now confident that Burham is armed, but what they would not tell us why exactly they believe that is the case. Authorities also tell us that they have now learned that a drone was active in the air above the prison shortly before Burham escaped, and now believe that there may be a possible connection between the drone's operator and a still unknown accomplice that they are confident is assisting Burham. The police lieutenant issuing a strong message to Burham tonight. Listen to this.
I hope he's very uncomfortable out there where he's at. I hope he understands how hard we will push him, how many people, how many talented people, how many resources we're bringing to put him back in prison. He should be uncomfortable with the manhunt that is going on. As I've said, we will capture him.
Now, with 200 law enforcement agents still on the ground here continuing to search for Burham, now in day 6, authorities were also questioned about the cost of this hunt and, frankly, if it's sustainable to keep up. The police lieutenant said that the cost is not their top concern and that, if anything, they are going to ramp up this search in the coming days. Now, we'll have more details and a more exact stance on where this investigation stands tonight with a full report at 11. But for now, live in Youngsville, Pennsylvania, Andy Payton, Channel 2 News.
Andy, thank you. And as the investigation continues, there are still many questions about how Michael Burham escaped.
Now, for the first time tonight, we are hearing from those who are on the County Prison Oversight Board. 2 News Side's Ron Plants continues our team coverage now with tough questions for those in charge.
While the investigation continues into the actual prison break by Michael Burham, we also heard today from the Warren County commissioners. These are the individuals who actually sit on the prison board, and they would have oversight for the prison operations, and they were trying to explain to us a little bit about the logistics of this small prison where he was housed when he made that jailbreak. They do point out that he was in his required exercise period and was in a small area with 3 other inmates at the time. No guards were in there. Guards were keeping watch using remote control cameras in another room elsewhere in the prison, and they described then the time period where Burham actually escaped.
His escape, the time that it took from him to leave, to get up through the fence, to get across the roof and get off of it was seconds. So the idea that our staff from within the facility were able to get out, run around to the other side of the facility, or even and be able to respond quickly enough to grab him before he got away is just was not logistically possible.
They say that those guards monitoring that exercise area then sounded an immediate alarm to get everybody out searching for Burham. But again, he was able, obviously, to get away in that matter of time. One other thing they clarified, they said that perhaps there are some reports circulating that some video from the prison is actually missing. They said that is not the case. Everything has been turned over for a complete investigation. Reporting from Youngsville, near Warren, Pennsylvania, I'm Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.
Ron, thank you.
And as we learn some new developments about Michael Burham's escape, be sure to stay with Channel 2 on air and online for the latest details. And tonight, we are also keeping a very close eye on the forecast for you ahead of some possible severe weather.
We have a live look over downtown Buffalo for you. Storm Team 2 radar has the showers moving into western New York.
Storm Team 2 meteorologist Jennifer Stanonis is on the roof for us tonight, tracking it all for us. Hey there, Jen.
Hey, good evening. We could see some stronger storms developing tomorrow morning and once again potentially later afternoon. Right now we're tracking some heavy rain south across parts of the southern tier, as you can see, extending into northern Pennsylvania. So zooming in there, we'll track some of this activity for you. Starting with Bradford, we're seeing some heavier showers extending from Limestone down through Bradford into Lewis Run, continuing to move eastward. And also to the north, we have some heavier rain showers moving through Cuba along the 86 near Amity. And also we can see some showers here, some showers through Austin, and also moderate rain through Abbott, and some lighter rain through Sherman along the 86 to Randolph and South Valley. We're going to continue to see this happening for the next few hours, some scattered rain showers, some heavy rain at times. Then we're all going to get a brief break until tomorrow, at least I should say late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Some widespread rain and thunderstorms moving through, some of which could be stronger storms with heavy rain, some gusty winds, potentially some hail as well. And then we could see that developing once again later on in the afternoon. So of course we'll be monitoring conditions, and I'll have more details coming up in that full forecast very soon. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Jen. More than 1 year after 10 lives were senselessly taken on May 14th at Tops on Jefferson Avenue, some of the victims' family members are moving forward now in search of finding justice. Tonight, Channel 2's Dave McKinley reports on what's being called a landmark lawsuit to hold big corporations responsible.
Even though Peyton Gentry fired the weapon, there were many people who helped him load that gun.
And it is their objective, say these attorneys, to hold each accountable. The list of defendants is lengthy. It includes every social media platform Gendron is believed to have engaged in, including Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Reddit, Google and YouTube, where he researched weapons, Discord, where he kept his diary and engaged with others expressing extreme racist thoughts, and Twitch, where he live-streamed the massacre. According to these lawyers, all these social media companies, besides having deep pockets, share a more sinister similarity by producing a product that is addictive and potentially dangerous.
The very design of the product makes it so that people can't escape, and they spend hours and hours every day on social media. And guess what happens? Some of these algorithms actually get people to watch more and more extreme content. And what does that do? That triggers something in the brain, especially in our adolescent youth.
The list of defendants doesn't stop there. They are suing the manufacturer of the body armor the shooter wore, the gun store where he purchased his rifle, a flea market where he bought high-capacity magazines, and the maker of the device he used to modify the gun. But not the manufacturer of the weapon itself, Remington Arms, which is currently in bankruptcy.
We felt that if we were to bring a claim against them, that would only slow us down in litigation, and we may be relegated to bankruptcy court, which is not a place where we could get some justice for these families.
Attorneys were flanked by family members of the victims, obviously still anguished by the loss of their loved ones in such violent and tragic fashion.
It didn't just end on 5/14. We live this each and every day.
The shooter, Peyton Gendron, is not named as a defendant, but his parents are. Though in court papers, the plaintiffs concede that his parents had no prior knowledge of his plot and were unaware of his activities, their lawsuit suggests that they should have been. Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Dave, thank you. And developing tonight, a Buffalo family is attempting to pick up the pieces after a beloved daughter died in a tragic house fire. The 21-year-old woman was found in a bedroom of a burning home on Empire Street, just off Broadway, more than 12 hours ago. Channel 2's Rob Hackford joins us from East Buffalo with the latest. Rob?
Mary Alice, family and friends of the 21-year-old victim killed in this fire are mourning tonight. We are told she was the rock of her family. Buffalo police have not released the young woman's name publicly, but her family identified her as 21-year-old Samira Muhammad. Buffalo firefighters arrived at her family's home on Empire Street just before 6:40 this morning. Fire investigators say the fire started on the second floor. A burned mattress and other charred debris could be seen from a busted-out window from where we were standing. Crews from Engine 22, which is just up the road, were met with heavy smoke and fire when they arrived. According to Fire Commissioner William Ronaldo, Samira's 4 other family members were able to make it out safely. We briefly spoke with her dad, who was at a loss for words. We also saw her sister speaking with investigators. They're all getting help from the Red Cross tonight.
Somebody called me, oh, one of your house, smoke coming from the top of the roof. Then I called right away that brother. Nobody can bring her back, but we can only pray for that family.
The cause of this fire is still under investigation. We were told that the local mosque, the mosque that her family attends, held a special prayer for her at 2 p.m. this afternoon. We will update you as we learn more about their plans to remember her. Reporting in East Buffalo on Empire Street, Rob Hackford, Channel 2 News.
Rob, thank you. Coming up next here at 6, who is taking legal action after learning the city of Buffalo failed to put fluoride in its water for years?
Plus, who's stepping in as interim president at a local